Welcome to Dream Whisper. Tonight, allow the world to grow distant. All that matters now is your breath, your body, and the quiet journey ahead. Find a position that feels natural, whether lying down or leaning back. Let your shoulders sink a little deeper, as if the weight of the day is sliding away. Loosen the jaw, soften the muscles around the eyes, and let your hands rest wherever they feel at ease. Take a slow breath in through the nose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold gently for 2. 1, 2. Exhale through the mouth for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again in hold, out. Allow each cycle to feel like a wave that rises and falls in its own rhythm. Notice the points where your body touches the surface beneath you. Imagine those places warming, spreading wider, as if the ground itself is supporting you. You don't need to carry anything tonight. The earth holds you. With every exhale, let the muscles soften, the forehead smooths, the eyes grow heavy, the shoulders release, your chest lifts and falls with no effort at all. Fingers uncurl, legs sink deeper. Each breath takes you further from the noise of the day. Now imagine the air around you shifting, growing cooler, thinner. The kind of air that whispers of high mountains, of stone paths that rise into the clouds. You begin to sense the Andes, their ridges sharp against the horizon, their peaks kissed by drifting mists. In your mind's eye, you see a winding trail climbing upward, lined with ancient stones placed by hands long gone. The sound of distant birds reaches you, mingling with the soft rush of wind, and far above, hidden among clouds and twilight, waits Machu Picchu. For now, simply rest here between breath and silence, between earth and sky. The journey is ready when you are. Inhale and welcome stillness. Exhale and release the day. The path to Machu Picchu is waiting, and with the next breath, we will begin our ascent into its golden light.
The breath you've taken carries you higher now. Beyond the room, beyond the familiar, into the spine of South America, the Andes. The air is thinner here, crisp and cool against your skin, yet filled with energy. Each inhale feels lighter, sharper, like sipping from the sky itself. Around you, mountains rise in waves, ridges cut in silver, valleys carved deep with shadow, peaks painted in soft twilight. The path beneath your feet is made of stone, laid centuries ago by Inca hands. It winds upward, steady and patient, never rushing, never faltering. You place one foot, then another, and notice how your steps echo with countless travelers who walked before you, messengers, priests, dreamers. Their presence lingers in the stones, quiet but enduring. A river moves far below, its voice a distant murmur weaving through the valley. Clouds drift lazily across the peaks, their edges glowing gold as the sun tilts toward evening. The horizon itself seems endless, mountains folding into mountains. A vast silence broken only by the call of a condor circling high above. The deeper you move into the Andes, the more the outside world fades. No noise of cities, no demands of time, only the steady climb, the hum of wind, and the pulse of your breath. Your body loosens further. The climb does not exhaust you. It steadies you, aligning your pace with the heartbeat of the mountains. The trail bends, revealing a stone stairway that rises into mist. Moss clings to the edges, and orchids bloom in secret crevices, flashes of purple and white against the gray rock. Water drips faintly from hidden springs, each drop shining before it vanishes into the earth. As you climb, you feel both smaller and greater at once. Smaller before the immensity of these peaks, greater because you are part of them. Now your breath mingling with the wind, your steps echoing the rhythm of the land. At last, the stairway narrows to a ridge. You pause, catching your breath, not from strain, but from wonder. Below lies the valley, vast and silent. Above, the clouds part just enough to reveal the faint outline of ancient walls, terraces carved into the mountain itself. Machu Picchu is close, its silhouette waiting like a secret slowly unfolding. Breathe in the mountain air, breathe out the weight of the world. The Andes have brought you here, and the hidden city awaits beyond the next bend. The final bend of the ridge opens like a curtain, and there it is, Machu Picchu. Stone terraces cascade down the mountainside, each step carved with patient precision centuries ago. They glow faintly in the amber light of the sinking sun, their edges softened by grass and wildflowers reclaiming the walls. You walk slowly, as if the place itself asks for reverence. The stones are not silent. They hum faintly with memory. Every block, every path was set with care, fitting so seamlessly that no mortar was needed. You can feel the echo of hands that shaped them, their intent alive in the quiet geometry. A gateway welcomes you inward, framed by massive stones that lean into each other like guardians. Beyond, the city unfolds a maze of plazas, stairways, and dwellings, all cradled by the embrace of the mountains. Mist drifts low along the ridges, catching the gold of the sun, so that the air seems woven from light. The call of a distant bird echoes, and for a moment the sound seems timeless, as if it might have been heard the same way 1,000 years ago. You place your hand against one of the walls, its surface cool, its shape steady, and feel the pulse of endurance. This city was built to belong not just to the world, but to the sky itself. You follow a narrow stone path upward. At its end is a small terrace that opens onto a sweeping view, the sacred valley below. The river winding like a ribbon of silver, the Andes rising in every direction. The sky is beginning to deepen, turning from gold to rose, from rose to violet. It is here, in this suspended moment, that you feel both the majesty of the ancient city and the gentleness of evening settling in. The garden plots are empty now, but once they held maize and potatoes, nourished by the mountain's rivers. The plazas are still, yet they once echoed with voices, ceremonies, music. Tonight, the silence belongs to you. The sun lowers another breath, its rays touching the highest peaks before they fade. Machu Picchu exhales with the light still eternal, waiting for you to linger in its calm. The lost city has welcomed you. Now the night will guide you deeper into its mysteries. The light begins to lean low, and Machu Picchu changes with it. The stones, pale gray in daylight, are now brushed with gold and amber, as though the city itself has caught fire from the sun. Shadows lengthen across the terraces, weaving patterns like woven cloth. Every wall, every stair, every plaza becomes part of a vast painting the sky is slowly completing. You climb another stairway, its edges worn smooth by centuries of footsteps, until you reach a wide terrace that looks west. From here, the horizon is an ocean of mountains, peaks, stacked upon peaks, their ridges fading into layers of blue. The sun hovers just above them, its light spilling into the valleys in great beams, illuminating clouds from within. You pause, and time pauses with you. The gardens, the temples, the river below hold their breath. A hush falls, not silence exactly, but a stillness that feels alive, as though the entire landscape is waiting for the last light to pass. Birds circle above, their wings catching the gold. A breeze stirs, carrying with it the scent of stone warmed by day, mingled with faint traces of moss and earth. You breathe it in, and it feels like history itself, like the memory of lives lived here long ago. The sun touches the final ridge. In an instant, the entire valley glows, mountains rimmed with fire, clouds set ablaze, water flashing like molten silver. Then slowly the light softens, fading into rose, then violet, until the first stars prick the sky. The city exhales, and with it, so do you. The day has ended, and night begins its gentle work. The terraces cool, the shadows deepen, the stones settle into quiet. Machu Picchu at sunset is not just a sight, it is a passage, a doorway from day into dream. The ruins now rest beneath the stars. As the last glow of sunset retreats, night begins to settle gently over Machu Picchu. The air cools, brushing against your skin like a soft shawl woven from mountain winds. Shadows deepen in the terraces, and the great stones shift from amber to silver, lit now only by the moon and stars above. The river far below murmurs in the dark, its voice steady, carrying the day's warmth away into the valley. The first constellations take their place: Sazorian, the Southern Cross, the scattered jewels of the Milky Way, one mirrored faintly in the pools and streams of the ruins. Lantern-like fireflies appear between the walls, their lights flickering as though the spirits of the ancients still walk here. The silence is immense, but it is not empty. It is filled with presence of earth, sky, and the echo of every soul who once found rest in this place. You lie back on the smooth stone, and the mountain cradles you. The great peaks stand like guardians, their dark silhouettes holding the horizon steady. Above, the sky is vast and endless, and yet it feels close, as if the stars themselves lean down to watch over you. Breathing slowly, you let the night take hold. Each inhale gathers the coolness of the mountain air. Each exhale carries away the weight of thought. The ruins no longer feel like ruins. They feel alive, breathing, dreaming, sheltering. Machu Picchu becomes not a place of stone, but of stillness, a sanctuary where night itself offers its embrace. And as the sacred valley surrenders to darkness, you are invited to surrender with its safe. The night deepens, and with it, the silence grows fast yet. Here, among the terraces and temples, the stones begin to speak in their own way. Not in words, but in a resonance you feel more than hear, as though the mountain itself remembers. You close your eyes, and in that stillness, faint echoes stir. Footsteps, laughter, the low hum of voices carrying across plazas long ago. It is not the past replaying, but the memory of place, rising gently like mist from the valley floor. The Incas believed the mountains held spirits, the Apasan tonight. It feels true. Their presence is soft, watchful, never intrusive, as if guardians whisper blessings into the air. The wind shifts through the terraces, moving like a slow flute's breath, weaving in and out of the ruins. It brushes across your skin with a rhythm older than speech, telling stories of planting and harvest, of celebration and prayer. Each whisper carries the same message, that life flows, rises, falls, and returns, just like the rivers and stars. If you listen more closely, you can almost hear rituals echoing from the past, chants rising in harmony with the wind, drums matching the rhythm of footsteps on stone. You imagine torches flickering in the night, their flames casting shadows across the temples, while voices lift skyward in reverence. The echoes are not frightening. They are tender, reminders that countless lives once flowed through this place, each leaving behind a trace of stillness for you to inherit. Overhead, the Milky Way stretches in a dazzling arc. Its sweep mirrors the sacred river below, reminding you that heaven and earth are always connected to reflections of the same eternal current. The Incas once called this celestial river Mayu, the great cosmic stream, and tonight you feel yourself suspended in that union, no longer separate, but part of a living, breathing cosmos. The stones around you seem to exhale, their coolness settling into your skin. You sense their weight not heavy, but grounding as if they lend you their strength. A peace spreads through your chest, as though every breath is woven into the mountain's slow, patient pulse. The ancients do not ask you to remember them in detail. They only ask you to feel what they felt. A bond with the world so steady that even sleep becomes a kind of return. To close your eyes is not to leave the world, but to become more deeply a part of it. You breathe deeply, and for a moment, you know what it means to belong not to a time, not to a place, but to the rhythm of existence itself. And as the whispers fade into the hum of the night, they leave behind only calm, carrying you closer to the threshold of dreams. The night has reached its quietest hour. Machu Picchu lies hushed, as though every stone, every terrace, every blade of grass has surrendered to the stillness. You ascend one final stairway, the stones cool beneath your steps, until you reach a plateau at the very edge of the citadel. Here, the world expands. The valleys fall away into shadows, the rivers gleam faintly far below, and the mountains rise like guardians encircling the sky. Above them, the heavens stretch in infinite silence, constellations shining as if carved from crystal. The moon casts a pale glow, painting the ruins in silver and soft shadow. You pause, feeling the air thin, crisp, alive. It holds a clarity that seems to reach straight into your lungs, cleansing not just the body, but the thoughts that still linger. The mountain's stillness is not empty, but full, like a vessel brimming with quiet strength. You settle onto a flat stone, worn smooth by centuries of sun and rain. Its surface is cool yet steady, grounding you. Here, there is no need to search, no need to strive. The summit offers nothing but presence, the kind of presence that asks nothing, expects nothing, only to be noticed. In the silence, you begin to feel the pulse of the earth beneath you, slow, deep, eternal. It beats not in seconds, but in centuries, carrying the memory of civilizations, of rivers carving valleys, of stars drifting across the sky. For a moment, your own heartbeat aligns with it, and you realize you are not apart from this rhythm. You are part of it. The sacredness of the place is not in its grandeur, but in its invitation to be still, to remember that rest is not idleness, but communion, that in surrendering to silence, you are not losing yourself, you are finding the part of you that has always belonged to the mountain, the stars, the night. Your eyes grow heavier, your breath slower. The mountain holds you, steady as stone, soft as sky. You feel as if even sleep itself is a continuation of this stillness, a natural step into the deeper rhythm waiting just beneath awareness. At the summit of silence, you are whole, timeless, and at peace. The mountain asks nothing more. The summit of Machu Picchu fades gently behind you, not as something lost, but as something carried within. The stillness you found there travels with you, woven into each breath as you begin your descent. The stone steps lead downward, but there is no weight, no hastenly, the quiet pull of night drawing you into rest. The terraces pass by like soft echoes, their edges blurred by silver moonlight. Vines sway faintly in the breeze, their blossoms folding closed as if even the flowers are surrendering to sleep. Water trickles faintly through the canals, each drop a lullaby sung across centuries. The mountain no longer feels vast and towering, it feels tender, cradling, like a hand guiding you toward ease. With every step downward, your body grows lighter, as though releasing the remnants of the day. Muscles loosen, thoughts thin, becoming distant shapes you no longer need to follow. The stillness from the summit settles deeper inside you, spreading through your chest, your shoulders, your breath. At the base of the citadel, you pause one last time. The Urubamba River winds far below, its silver curve shimmering under the stars. The valley holds the sound of flowing water, steady and eternal, reminding you that time moves on without demand. You feel no need to hold anything anymore. The earth is holding it all for you. You find a smooth stone bench tucked beneath an ancient wall. Its surface is warm from the memory of the day's sun. You lie back, the stone steady beneath you, the sky open above you. The constellations seem closer now, almost leaning down to listen as your breath slows. Inhale softly. The mountain breathes with you. Exhale gently. The night carries you further. The terraces blur, the stars blur, until there is no separation between garden, sky, and you. Everything is one vast, quiet rhythm. You are no longer climbing, no longer descending. You are simply resting, rooted, timeless, complete. And now you drift into sleep, guided by the sacred stillness of Machu Picchu, where mountains, rivers, and stars keep their watch until dawn.